5 unusual things you should do regularly to improve your life. 1. Smell more smells. Eyes may be the windows to the soul, but noses are a shortcut to the brain. Aromatherapy isn't just some new age gimmick involving candles and patchouli incense. For one thing, even though humans typically rely on sight more for day-to-day activities, smell is the sense most closely tied to memory. The parts of the brain associated with both complex emotion as well as long-term storage are activated when you sniff things. That means following your nose is not only a solid way to help ensure recollection when you are trying to form new memories, it can also be used to recall old memories, even ones you've suppressed or neglected for years. 2. Cold showers. Although first-world conditioning may have you rebelling at the notion of deliberately doing anything uncomfortable, this one is a simple trick with a cascade of benefits. A cold shower is more bracing than a cup of coffee. As an addition to your morning routine, the shock of cold water can jumpstart your body with a quick surge of oxygen. You'll likely be gasping, but in a good way, dilating your arteries and giving all your internal organs a nice hottie-do, inside out. 3. Deny yourself pleasures. But wait, you might be thinking, I was promised no dieting. This sounds suspiciously like dieting. The difference here is that it isn't merely a question of whether you indulge yourself, but of how quickly you go from wanting something to letting yourself have it. It doesn't particularly matter whether you are craving food, drink, or some other non-consumable. The important thing is that before you cut loose, you take some time to pause, consider your options, and maybe even find something else to do before you go ahead and satisfy that impulse. 4. Think out loud. This is more than a Stuart Smalley-esque daily affirmation or an early warning sign of insanity. Talking to yourself, done correctly, has a similar effect to reading something out loud. It makes you write, and think, more clearly. Reading internally, that is, silently, enables your brain to skip over errors, make leaps of logic, and generally do the editing mentally that should have been done practically. The same goes for thinking even when there is no script. Silence permits sloppiness. 5. Have fewer, or no, children. Now you might be thinking, this list is supposed to be things I can do regularly. Isn't not procreating sort of a life decision? Yes, but actively procreating is also a life decision that gets made in a rather compact time frame, so opting not to do that becomes a recurring decision. It's like a daily affirmation that keeps your loins from repeatedly fruiting.